Great.
All right. So good morning, everyone. Pray that everybody is enjoying themselves and they're having a good time with the conference. Yesterday's sessions were very, very powerful. The mental healing session was very, very powerful. And with this whole conference, one of the things that we hope to be able to do is to create healing amongst ourselves and just to put us in a great space so that we can continue in progress. So today we are going to have our AKOM songs, and today the AKOM songs will be led by our sister Okomfo Nyamekye Donkor. She has a long name, but just to give you a little bit of background on her, Okomfo Nyamekye graduated March 29th, 1994, under the late Nana Aba Inson Asuma Afoliba Sarapong as her second priest to surgery in Yeye Oshun. He is the vice president of Aya Abusia Incorporated, a cultural and shrine group. She started with her siblings and a member of the Akom song group, Asandre Minwa Sunkwafo, under the guidance of Nana Yayarenchi. Throughout her years, she was blessed to learn from different wonderful teachers that have aided her on her journey. In America, she is a member of the Banafo family, where she began her second journey of AKOM under the tutelage of Nana Korea Dunyo Ababio. Okomfo Nyamekye has learned songs from various great people such as Nana Fu Ababio, Nana Yarenchi, Nana Kwame Amafu, and Nsubri, Nana Fulani and Akitawa in Adom and Bra, Ghana, Nana Matsa and Ajesu, Ghana, the late Wofa Kwesi Adeku, and many more that assisted her on her path of traditional AKOM music. She traveled to Ghana with Nana Kwesi Opari, Amate, and Chroma, where they traveled to meet different priests in Ghana. They traveled to the Volta region, Adom, Abra, and the country Togo, to name a few. Traveling to so many places has opened her mind and unlimited possibility of God's creation of spiritual forces that aid men. Okomfo Nyamekye also traveled to Kwabanaya, Ghana, where her father, who is God and Fanti, where her grandmother and other family reside. On her grandfather's side, she also has a large Fanti family in the northern region of Ghana. Nyamekye grew up with the love of guidance of her stepfather, Agogeni, in the Ashanti region, Nana Kwame Akwo Sapong, who was the father of her brother, AKOM KESE member, Asamoah Sapong, and was also the early contributors to Akan culture in America. Okomfo Nyamekye philosophy is that life is full of vibration that can be used to betterment of ourselves, family, and community. Being a spiritualist, you first must know all aspects of yourself in order to know spirit and to be limited in learning. There are always new discoveries that are in our grasp if we are tapped in, turn on, and listen to the divine true spirit. So you guys are really in for a treat. Nyamekye is fantastic. She's like one of the best AKOM song singers that I know. She actually, when we did our first AKOM KESE in 2016, she was the lead singer. And the guy that actually filmed that was telling me, he was like, who is that woman? Her voice is amazing. What is she? I mean, he never really dealt with the AKOM, but he was mesmerized by her singing as well. So she's very, very powerful. You guys are in for a treat. We are so honored to have her a part of this, and she's always been a magnificent contributor. So without further ado, I will turn it over to my sister, Nyamekye.
Okomfo Kwesi Madasi, thank you. And hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Yes, and AKOM, before I even get into the songs, I want to pretty much discuss over the times or even my feelings on AKOM songs. They're not just songs. The music is not, music itself is attached to a vibrational energy that we so choose to direct, to activate and direct. Like I said before, and I always say, you know, it's like listening to our favorite songs or listening to our favorite music. If it's a love song, how we feel, that energy that we feel, or that vibration that we feel. If it's a happy song, a sad song, I always express, those that know, ain't no stopping us now. That feeling that you get when you hear those words, when you hear those rhythms or that tune of enjoyment or of excitement. All of those are energies that we co-create within ourselves to manifest whatever emotion it is that we want to feel, or if we're in a funk, we can use those same type of energies through music to feel better, to think great, be great, and have just positive energy around us. Is no different than singing, you know, AKOM songs or telling stories. AKOM songs are actually stories that mention about the characteristics of the entities that we're calling, or how our own characteristics should be. There are guidelines on how our own characteristics should be. They are affirmations on how to live, how to do, you know, also the characteristics of the likes and dislikes of the shrines as well too, or the forces that we invoke. So through songs, I believe that they strengthen us, you know, especially AKOM songs. If you know the meanings, more so than, you know, the words, sounding is awesome too, because if something sounds nice to your ears, it's going to bring a certain energy to you. But also knowing what you're saying is most important, and how you can manifest great things through your life, how you can put it in places where it's needed. The tree language is an idiom language. You know, it's not just words. Those that know the language, or those that don't know the language, it's commands or spells to heal, to teach, to warn, and also to listen from, to educate. The language itself, there's some meanings that cannot be translated in English at all, because of the proverbic language. And saying so, I'm going to start off with the first song. I'm going to start off with Nana Surgery song, because I am Nana Surgery Okomfo. This particular shrine, this particular song starts off with, I'm going to say a big up song, a hype song. That if you want certain things to be done, you know, a certain way, just to give him praise. It's like, you know, giving someone, like your loved one, praise, or somebody that has done a good deed, a praise in the things that they have done for you, or how good they make you feel. It's like telling your spouse or your partner or your child or somebody that you care for, I love you. You know, you did a good job. Why I did, you know, I love what you're doing. That enjoyment, that feeling that you get, that energy that you feel is the same energy that we use to charge these shrines, to make sure that we are being our greatest self. So the first song, how we started off, we always start off the songs with Awaniyo, and the response is yo, Awaniyo, yo, Awaniyo, and we do that 3 times. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to sing the song for you and give you the rhythm. But first and foremost, this particular song is basically stating how a Kwesi is a big chief. And it's saying who is bigger than a surgery. So it's like bigging him up, like, yeah, you know, Kwesi, you know, you're a big chief, you're a good somebody, you know, you have helped me in my life. It's not just, you know, him being a big chief or him being a big person or who is bigger than him, but it's more so saying, okay, you make me feel this way. You make me feel, you bring out this particular energy, or you give this particular energy to me, a surgery. Let me praise you. And the song is Ohini Wani Wine, Ohini Wani Wine, Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio, Yo Ohini Wani Wine, and that's the rhythm. So in all of these songs, clapping is most important. It keeps you on rhythm. Even if, the drums stop, it keeps the singer, the lead on rhythm, and it'll keep the chorus on rhythm as well too, and it sounds sweet. So this particular song is an AKOM song, and the rhythm to it is 3 claps. So the song is Ohini Wani Wine, Ohini Wani Wine, Ohini Ine Kese Ine Kwejabio, Yo Ohini
Wani Wine.
Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio, Yo.
Yo Ohini Wani Wine.
Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio.
Yo Ohini Wani Wine.
Kese Ine Kwejabio.
Yo Ohini Wani Wine.
So that particular song, it overlaps. The lead and the chorus overlap each other. So before the song ends, like if you notice, when I said, Yo, Ohini Wani Wine, Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio.
Yo Ohini Wani Wine.
Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio,
Yo
Yo.
Ohini Wani Wine.
Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio.
Yo Ohini Wani Wine.
Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio, Yo.
Ohini Wani Wine.
Ohini Kese Ine Kwejabio.
Yo Ohini Wani Wine.
Okay. Also too, the dance style, a lot of these AKOM songs, the dance styles can interchange. So the first one that I mentioned was AKOM. They have a slow AKOM, which is through those that know Nana AC songs, that's slow AKOM. So this particular song, you can do AKOM, quick AKOM, or you can do Otutu. Otutu song is, if you think about Adade song, that movement, what is that? Adade? No, not Adade Minamo.
Akrebie say Yahweh, that song.
Yeah, Okrebie say Yahweh. So that's with that particular song. However, let me go into the dance styles as well too. I forgot to mention that. Oh God. So there's different type of dance styles in AKOM songs. Well, dealing with AKOM. You have and I should have started off with that, but I'm doing it now. Okay, so you have the intrahum, that is the twirling or spinning. Do they have the spellings of those, or they don't have?
We didn't do those yet, no.
Okay. So in traditional, maybe we can give that to them later, or
You can put it in the chat. So so Coach, you could type in, just put it in the chat so people can have the spelling or something.
In our Tringlish, because we still not have it. We're still working on learning how to do it properly.
And I don't know. I know there's an app called Casa Boro that you can change. Like, they have the backwards 3, the E, and the backwards C, the O. But I don't know. I know how to do it on the phone, but on the computer, I'm not too sure. Okay, so however, there's different dance styles in dealing with AKOM as well too. These dance styles go with the songs. There are many songs that through my study that that are used. Some songs are appellations, some songs are morning songs, some songs are thank you songs. The one that I just said is more like a thank you song, even though it's a big up song, but it's more like thanking Akwejbi for being, keeping you strong, or him being strong is like, giving him praise. It's like a thank you song. A farewell song when the shrines are leaving, or it's explaining about the favorite musical instruments that the shrines may use to call on them, or to, again, bring on certain, all of these things are to bring a particular vibration and enhancing one's own consciousness. Also, there's songs about, again, like I mentioned before, characteristics. There's songs about good deeds. There's songs about the likes and dislikes. There's songs about the need for harmony in the community. So the dance styles now, and they're all interconnected with each other. They have intrahum, or intraho, which is the spinning. They have a Yanfoba, which is usually done in the beginning of AKOM. Some people do it in the beginning of AKOM. You have Entria, and I'm just going to go through the names. We can talk about, you know, the what they are, or, you know, who song that is in another class. They have Entria, Afem. That particular song is, it can go with Afem, or they have Otutu. Afem is more so like, that rhythm is like Ananse o Kwae, Kwekua Nanse o Kwae, Onasani Kwekua Nanse o Kwae. Or like I said before, think of Nana AC's dance style. When you see Nana AC come, that's more, that's so Afem. They have Asapa, Pem Pem Risa, Aten. Again, this particular song also is Otutu. They have Bofo, Osiae, and Pampa, and Akatapre. So those are the particular dance styles with that deals with AKOM. So again, I'm gonna go over this particular praise song, this hype song for a surgery, which talks about not only a surgery being, you know, bigger than a king, or he's stating that he's a big chief. Ohene means king, or it means chief. And when somebody thinks of, in Ghana, when somebody thinks of a chief, they think of someone who has clout over a lot of people, but they also have, they help the community. You know, so it's not a name, it's a real, it's an action of how great that person is and how they're dealing with the people, or how they are making the people better. You know, basically helping the community and doing good deeds. So again, the clap. Yo, ohini wani wine. Ohini wani wine, ohini kese ne kweja. Ohini kese ne kweja bio yo. Ohini kese ne kweja bio. Ohini kese ne kweja bio yo. Ohini kese ne kweja bio. Ohini kese ne kweja bio yo. Ohini kese ne kweja bio. Ohini kese ne kweja bio yo. Ohini kese ne kweja bio. Ohini kese ne kweja bio. Ohini kese ne kweja bio. And also in singing, again, it's the vibration that we are creating for that, for not only for that shrine or that particular spirit, we are creating that vibration for our own selves. So as we're singing and as we're hearing, we are saying prayers to our own spirit, you know, to acknowledge even the good deeds that you have done in life, you know, to enhance that, so that therefore you can feel better when you are feeling low. You know, so if you're feeling some kind of way, if you're feeling depressed or stressed out or something, these songs you can use to up your spirit, and so that you will always that you always remain tapped in, turned on, and plugged into the higher forces. This is how we use them to heal ourselves, you know, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So please use these songs as a form of healing, because that's what they are. The energies that we create to be our better selves and to be tapped in, turned on to the great divine within us. Okay, so Naya, would you want to say anything? You want to add on to that, Mama? Is she there?
No, you got it.
Okay. You want to say something? All right. The next song. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next song, which is the Nana AC song, Nana AC Drum, which speaks about the Insamafo, which is the ancestors. how they don't have, they have mouths, but they can't talk. And what they do, they relay a message. They can't talk to us. So what they do is relay the message to Nana AC, and she gives us the message. She carries the messages to and from us to the Insamafo, and from the Insamafo to us. There's some vocabulary words that are there. Samai, or which is also in Samafo, which is ghosts or ancestors, the ones that have passed before us. The word ano is mouth, but in the songs is anu. Aso is ear. Nka is to hear. Also in the Ghanaian language, shre is to listen or to hear. And you'll sometimes see them touch their ear. Shre no mami, which is also listen to me, but also Nka means to hear. They have kasa, which means to speak. So this particular song is also an Afem song. It's the 3 clap, same way. This is a quick Afem. And this song is pretty much talking about the characteristics of, or the characteristics of Nana AC. If those that don't know, Nana AC was the kind of person who did good deeds by helping people from in the Fanti region. She used to walk from the Fanti region all the way to Late, bringing people, sick people, people in need to Nana Akonadi, you know, to heal, to get healed. So this particular song is talking about the good deeds of Nana AC, even in the land of the Insamafo. And also too, it talks about the good deeds of a person as well too. You know, you should always help one another. There is no, you know, I. There is no me. I mean, there is an I for self, but in the African diaspora, there is no I. It's us. It's we. So to help another person to be the greatest self is always a plus. And what I noticed in the songs and when you're dealing with the bosom or spirit. So let me start off. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. In all Nana AC songs, if you notice, in Asujbi songs, I started off with Awanyom. But in Nana AC songs, it starts off with, this is her calling, or her appellation. It starts off with, I say, I say. The response is, I say, oh, I say, oh, I say. Yo, akorbie, yo, I say. So again with the clap. That's just to keep the rhythm. Because some of these songs can be a bit wordy and they can throw you off. So the clapping is important. That song, it starts off with Saminyano aye. Saminyano aye. Simuaso minyano. Saminyano nawakaso. Simuaso minyano. Saminyano nawakaso. So that one is a call, and that's a call from the lead, and the lead says the whole thing. Saminyano aye. Saminyano aye. Simuaso minyano. Saminyano wakaso. Simuaso minyano. Saminyano wakaso. And then the chorus will say the exact same thing. Again, so that song, I'm gonna start it off, I'm gonna say it slower. Saminya nuwo aye. Saminya nuwo aye. Simuaso minya nuwo. Saminya no nawakaso. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Sa menyano ai. Sa menyano ai. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Sa menyano ai. Sa menyano ai. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Sa menyano ai. Sa menyano ai. Semawaso menyano sa menyano wakaso. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Sa menyano ai. Sa menyano ai. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Semawaso menyano sa menyano nawakaso. Sa menyano ai. Sa menyano ai. Semawaso menyano sa menyano wakaso. Semawaso menyano sa menyano wakaso. Does everybody have that?
So this seems a little challenging on the rhythm and trying to, I hear what you're saying, but I'm trying to follow along with the wording. And I don't know about anyone else. I'm just having a little challenge trying to, as you're saying the words and trying to keep up with the flow of how you're singing words. And
Yes, so
I may be trying to sing like word by word by word. And I guess it's a diphthong. You have to kind of like merge them all together.
yes, yeah. So again, non-AC songs are a bit wordy. And a lot of the songs, if you see it on the paper, they're separate, but when you're singing them, they are merged together. So,
when you're done, Amadama would like to say something.
oh, sure. So this, if you look on the paper, so it says Samai, which also is in Samafo, Inya. So those two words are actually grouped together. So when you're singing it, so that's why when you hear me sing it, it's Saminya, Nuo, and I know is more like Nuo when you're singing it. So when you're writing it down, it's good to, even though you have these are the actual words, but it's good to write it down phonetically on how you hear it. These are the actual tree spellings, but when you're singing, it's something totally different. And even when you go to Ghana, it's gonna be a little bit challenging because they do group words up together, or sometimes they'll slang the words. It's like, even if you listen to, I'm gonna say Beyonce songs and they do a riff, you know, or some songs they might not say the full words, but they'll like add on little diphthongs and things like that, or little, you know, extra, you know, to the words that makes it more of a melody. This one, again, like I said, it's wordy, but it's one of those songs where like you're gonna have to clap, or you're gonna be thrown off the rhythm. The rhythm is a little bit like, it's not a straight rhythm, but it's a rhythm where it's gonna sound like it goes off. But it's Afem. When you think of Afem, when you think of, and it's a slow song. It's not something that is fast singing. Auntie Amaduma, you want to say something?
I was just going to try to reinforce something that you said about the healing energy of the songs. And I could have said it after you finished with Nana AC, because I've experienced it in more than one birth where I'll be singing a Nana AC song while the woman is in labor, and she may or may not be a con. And later on, she would say something to me like, when you started singing that song, my labor got easier and things, you know, I felt so much better. So they were asking about, you know, the nature of the song. So I'm just, you know, to say what you said about the healing nature of the song.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And like, again, like knowing these songs, you see, it's the energy that you brought. It's the vibration that you gave to her, whether she knew the songs or not. You know, and it's the feeling. And with me, this is what I feel that it's important, you know, for us to know, because these songs are healing. You know, these are energies that we are creating within ourselves or creating within the space that we. Hello? Okay.
You're good.
These are energies that we are calling onto ourselves for to better a situation, to better ourselves and our minds, or whatever, you know, somebody else that if they're going through something. I love to hear that. And Auntie, thank you. Thank you. Because I do it all the time with my family. I do it. I'm at work and I sing for somebody. You know, I work in a nursing home, and sometimes if I see a sick person, I'll sing, you know, an AKOM song, you know, that I feel that they would be healed, or a healing song to them. And again, even though they might not know the words, but when they hear it, it's like it does something to their spirit. You know, I charge their spirit so that they can feel better. So yeah, Auntie, thank you. And that's the whole purpose on why, you know, I do what I do as far as the AKOM.
I wanted to interject something. In trying to read the words and kind of make sense of it in your brain and how it sounds, I just wanted to offer that a lot of times, I'm sure Nyamekye mentioned that the words kind of go into each other, right? And so where one word ends with an N, another word, the next word starts the same end, you're not saying samine inya, it is samanya, because the two ends are there, right? And so after inya, you have I know. So that A from inya and to the A into anyo is going to drag into each other, right? So you have samenya I know. So you're not saying samine inya I know. So maybe that'll help you in reading the songs and hearing how everything flows together. Right, so you have Simon Yanu, it all sounds like almost one word. Ooh. Does that make sense, Auntie Amadou? Kind of see everything goes all together. So all those A's kind of just flowing together. So you're not really saying each individual word, right? So
thank you. Yes,
say,
that helps
right.
a lot.
So you have Simon Yanu, Simon Yanu, Samawaso. So you said Samine, Wo, Aso. Yeah, I know. No, we're not doing that. So we're saying Samawaso. So that WR is transferred to the aso. So it sounds like it's waso. So we're not saying wa aso, we're saying waso, right? And then inya, I know, inyano. So all sounds like one word, right?
Thank you.
Right. So even when we're trying to transcribe the song, we get an idea of what the song means, and we write it in our Tringlish. And then what we do is we have our dictionaries that we use on a fairly regular basis, and try to make sure we have the actual words that fit what the song means. So we're trying to help to build up our vocabulary. And so we know that I saw means ear. We know that I know is mouth. We have Inka is to hear from, but depending on where you say it, it may be saying wa kaso. We have kasa, we know means to speak. So both those meanings fit the meaning of the general song, but I'm guessing depending on the way you pronounce it, what words you're gonna get out of it. So that's what we're trying to build up our vocabulary. And so when we hear songs and you hear certain phrases repeated over and over and over again, even though you may not know the individual words, you have an idea of what the song means because you recognize this phrase or you know this what this is. So you can feel a little bit more connected to the song when you sing it. That goes back to what Nyamekye was talking about, was when you understand what it means, you can bring a different energy to it. And you feel more connected and you can bring that much more vim, as they say, to the song and to the energy that you give to the song and what you give back and what you give to the people around you. Okay, I'm finished.
Me, Pacho, we
Thank
have
you. That was a great help. Thank you.
me, Pacho, we have multiple requests for you to sing the song again in its entirety.
Okay. No, me Paucho, before we move forward, I think it's also important. There's some people who are very new to AKOM who are here. And when you're first trying to learn the song, you want to learn the melody or the rhythm of the song. So before you even try to pronounce the words, try to hum the rhythm so that this way, because Tree is a very tonal language and the rhythm is very important. So as Okomfo Nyamekye was saying, you know, in terms of clapping and humming, if you have to start there. And then, you know, as we are giving the Twinglish, write that next to the song. So this way you can understand, now that you've read the words, how do you bring them together? And then the next level when you're practicing is actually trying to say the words. Sometimes you can get tripped up if you just try to say the words without understanding the rhythm of the song first. I hope that's helpful.
Yes. Thank you. That is so true. Yes.
So, one more thing. Yeah, we're here.
I don't know how.
It's okay. I'm here. I'm trying to go back and forth. So, for the beginning of the AC songs, I say. So we're calling Nana AC, and then is like a lamentation because we know she is past. We know that she was a great person, and we know that the nature of her death was very sad, right? And so that it's really not. It's not a it's a like, oh, we know she was great. Oh, we're sorry that she's gone. I said, like, oh, we really miss it. Yeah, she was a great person. That's the big bird, the
female eagle.
The female eagle, all the feathers. She was a great person. So yes, I say yes, that was her. So even when we're saying that part, you bring that energy to it, and it changes, you know, like I said, how you connect to the song and the energy you bring to the song. Okay.
And also too, when they say yeah, or Koribie, so when she comes down, when they say the female eagle with plenty of feathers, when she comes down and she wears all the cloths around her arm or her head, it's a representation of I don't want to say the bird or the eagle that has someone who has plenty feathers. So it's in reference to the female eagle, her greatness, right? Right. With all the cloths that she wears. Okay, so in going into the song, I say, I say, oh, I say, oh, I say, yo, Koribie, yo, I say, Saminyano, aye, Semoaso, Minyano. Saminyano nawakaso Semoaso minyano Saminyano wakaso
Saminyano aye Semoaso minyano Saminyano nawakaso Semoaso minyano Saminyano nawakaso
Saminyano aye Saminyano aye Semoaso minyano Saminyano nawakaso Semoaso minyano Saminyano nawakaso
Saminyano aye Semoaso minyano Saminyano nawakaso Semoaso minyano Saminyano nawakaso
Saminyano aye Saminyano ae samawaso minyano. Saminyano nawakaso samawaso minyano. Saminyano nawakaso.
Saminyano ae. Saminyano ae. Kaso. Samawaso minyano. Saminyano nawakaso.
Ms. Paucho, quick, the 1, 2, 3, the fourth line. Would you sing that again, please? Just how it flows.
She said the fourth line.
Samawaso minyano. Saminyano nawakaso.
So Samai Inya. So remember when we were talking about the grouping? So it's Saminya. If you put Saminya together, Saminya, and then you could put dash Nuo Nawakaso.
Saminyano, Nawankaso.
Nawaka Inso.
Nawanka Aso.
Well, it depends on which way
Yeah,
you say
but
it.
you know, on the paper, as you see, it says it says NKA, and then there's a space ASO. Group those together.
Nkaso.
Yeah.
Nawankaso.
Yes. Perfect.
So
Thank you.
Saminya Nuo Nawakaso. You see how it sounds grouped together? Saminya Nuo Nawakaso. Saminya Nuo Nawakaso.
Thank you.
Saminya Nuo Nawakaso. Saminya Nuo Ae. Saminya Nuo Ae. Semawaso Menyano. Saminyano Nawakaso. Semawaso Menyano. Saminyano Nawakaso.
Saminyano ae. Saminyano ae. Samawaso inyano. Saminyano nawakaso. Samawaso menyano. Saminyano nawakaso.
Saminyano ae. Saminyano ae. Semawaso Menyano. Saminyano Nawakaso. Semawaso Menyano. Saminyano Nawakaso.
Saminyano ae. Saminyano. Samawaso inyano. Saminyano nawakaso. Samawaso inyano. Saminyano nawakaso. Good. Okay.
Also too, let me just add in onto the meaning as well. So on the paper it says the ghosts have no mouth to talk, but they have ears. But they do have ears to hear our prayers. So now the AC carries the message. There's also, in addition, it's the same thing. What the Insamafo has no mouth to speak to you, but they hear you. They can hear all of your prayers that you give to them. So they tell Nana AC all the messages to bring to us, but they can hear our prayers. So again, this is speaking about even and the land of the Insamafo and death. Nana AC is still working, being one of those superpowers that is still working from helping carry messages from the living to the ones that have passed before us. Is everybody good? You have that?
Yes, Madasi.
Thank you very much, Madasi.
Just so you know, if you look into the chat, we posted a link to the document. I was having connection problems and posting it into the chat. So we do provide a link for you to download it later, okay? And you can put your notes and stuff on it. Okay. Okay. You want to move, ready to go to the next one?
Yes. Okay, so the last song that we're gonna go into is Adadi Kofi Drum, which is Adadi Kofi song. And as you noticed in the surgery song, they started off with Awaniom, and on the AC song, they started with Ese. Adadi Kofi now is his songs that you start off with is Pa, and the response would be Treat, and it's talking about the gunfire. So when Adadi Kofi is a warrior entity, he's a fighter. So that deals with a lot of, again, when you think of a warrior, you think of someone who has gun, who have knife, a fighting entity. So when you're calling on him, and you need that particular energy, again, this is the energy that you can use to fight your battle. So instead of you fisticuffing with somebody, you can call on the Adadi, you know, protect me, or, you know, help me fight off whatever, you know, emotion that I'm feeling that I don't want at this time. Adadi, come and help me, you know. So this particular song, when starting off with his songs, is Pa, Treat, Pa, Treat, Pa, Treat. Also too is this one is also talking about character. There is a proverb. It's not an AC's proverb. I don't know the tree aspect of it, but it's talking about, it's a cloth too that says good beads don't shake. And it's talking about, like, if you do good things, you don't have to brag about it. You know, it's gonna be seen. But in this particular song that I'm about to give, this vibrational song I'm gonna say is pretty much talking about if you do something good, right? Even if you do something small, do you give yourself all the praise? Or, you know, what are you gonna do if you praise yourself from killing an ant? If you make so much noise when you're killing an ant, what are you gonna do when you kill an elephant? Like, how are you gonna act? So it's pretty much telling people to don't brag. You know, just like good bees don't shake. If you're good, you don't have to say you're good. Your actions will show it. So it's a character song. Again, this is a little bit wordy. So please bear with me. I'm gonna say it how it's sung, and then I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna say it a lot slower to where you can actually get the wordings or the song grouped together. Of course you can.
You do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So also when leading a Dade song, when the person is saying Pa, Treat, you know, that's how I respond. But when Adade himself is on the priest and he's bringing the song and he says Pa, you say oh say. So the difference is Pa, Shri from a person, we're saying it's like the Pa is get yourself ready. And the Shri is like, yes, okay, we are getting ready. However, when Adade says you get yourself ready, you say oh say, oh, we are ready. We're not getting ready, we've been ready, we're waiting for you. Right? So oh say yes, he said it, it's done. So that's what that you'll hear that difference sometimes. So Pa, Treat, Pa, Treat, Pa, Treat. Wokun tati apo wokusana wupedeni. That's how it goes verbally. Of course, it doesn't look like that, but we'll break that down. Okay?
Please spell it phonetically because
yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those songs you have to write it down the way you hear it, so that it will make sense. Okay.
And then once you hear what the song is, it's very simple because it's just a back and forth from the lead to the chorus.
And it's literally just the two sentences.
Yeah.
So, Wokunti abapo, wokunti na obedeni, wokunti abapo,
Wokusana obedeni.
Wokuntia bapo.
Woku sena obeye deni.
And so this song is one of those songs that's really fast. It's Dade's Itrani. So the Itrani that Cordy has for you know, Cordy's Itrani is down here where Dade does his arms are up, right? So it's the same kind of song. That's the speed. Wokuntia bapo, wokuntia ubedeni, wokuntia bapo.
Woku sena obedeni.
Wokuntia bapo.
Woku sena obedeni.
Wokuntia bapo. Wokuntia ubedeni. Wokuntia bapo. Wokuntia ubedeni. So we know Adadi doesn't have a whole lot of time for words. He's busy working. So the song is, let's go. Let's do it. This is the message. I have things to do. So I have to go. I give you my message. Now I have to go. He's not very wordy at all. So that's why the song is short, it's sweet, but it's a powerful message. Right? So Wonku, Intia, Abo, Apa, O. It sounds a lot longer when you read out the individual words. But again, this is one of those songs where a lot of the words melt into each other. So Wonku Intia.
I will put that as one word.
Wonkuntia.
Wokuntia.
Mm-hmm.
And even about where it says about po. So medasi. So wokun and tatia. I would put that as one word. So wokun and tatia. And then apo, just put abapo.
Instead of saying abo, apa.
Yeah.
Because this is one of those words where ntia ends with an A, abo and begins with an A. So that's going to run into each other, right? And then you have abo, apa. Because you have the O at the end of abo and the A at the beginning, it's going to drag into each other. So abapo. You just kind of just lump it all together. So you can actually break it down so that it's basically 2 or 3 words as opposed to the individual words.
Yeah.
Based on how you hear it, so that when you read it, you understand what you're supposed to be saying. So wonkuntia abo apa o
will be wokuntia. Put that as one word. Abapo, one word.
Abapo. It's not easy
and
to
then,
read because that o at the end. So the word is apa, and the o is it's kind of dragging it out. Kind of that's making it
like oh
yeah,
you know, Beyonce
and making it fit the rhythm also.
Right.
So it's like a filler.
And wokun, the next line, the second line, wokun sena. Group that as one word, so it'll be wokun sena instead of woku space or stop sena. So wokun sena obeye deni. So what you can do, you can put obeye as by itself, and then yedeni.
Obey Danny. It's like when you're singing it, you barely hear the yeah in the middle of it. Obey Danny. It's almost like obey Danny, but obey Danny. So try to say that obey Danny. Obey Danny. Obey Danny. Wakusina obey Danny. Wakusina obey Danny. Wakusina obey Danny. So wakun tatiabo, wakun tatiabo, wakun tatia, abapo,
Wakun sena.
Wait, do that one part.
Do that the first one.
Wakun tatia,
wakun tatia, bapo, woko sena, obey.
Wait, do one sentence at a time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So wakun tatia, abapo, wakun tatia, abapo, wakun tatia, abapo.
But when you're singing it, right?
Right,
you're not gonna say you'll say wakun tatia, bapo.
Right, but I want them to get how the grouping wakun tatia, abapo, and then we put it together, right? So you can hear what it's supposed to sound like. So just get just practice the pronunciation of that part. Wokuntatia abapo, and let's put that together. Wokuntatia abapo. Wokuntatia abapo.
And that's the first line.
Wokuntatia abapo. One more time. Wokuntatia abapo. Right?
Everybody got the first line? Are you good with that?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, and so the next part, we're going to do the first syllable, the first section, the first half of the sentence, and then the second half of the sentence. So, wokusena,
So you can group that up as one word. So wokunsena.
wokusena, 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 right? And then the next part, obeyedeni, obeyedeni, obeyedeni. So now we're
So obeyedeni. How do you spell ye like in English?
Deni, just put the I. Yeah, obeyedeni, because it's not den ye.
It
Deni.
It sounds like knee, like then, like the knee.
Knee.
Yeah.
So again, we don't want you to put too much emphasis on the yeah. The yeah kind of gets melded in. So just obeyedeni, obeyedeni,
obeyedeni. Even if you want to put the word knee, because we're familiar with it, you can do that just so that you know the sounding of it.
Mm-hmm. Obeyedeni, obeyedeni. So we're going to put that one sentence together. Wokunsena obeyedeni.
Thank you. We bug out all the time trying to figure this stuff out, try to break it down so that you know
it makes sense to us.
Yeah, English.
Tringlish.
Yeah.
Okay, so wokunsena obeyedeni. Wokusena obeyedeni. Wokusena obeyedeni. So let's try to put the two sentences together. We're going to do it slow. Wokuntatia bapo. Wokusena obeyedeni.
Wokuntatia bapo. Wokusena obeyedeni.
Wokuntatia bapo. Wokusena obeyedeni.
Wokuntatia bapo. Wokusena obeyedeni. When I say it slow,
bapo. Wokunsena obeyedeni.
Wokuntatia bapo. Wokusena obeyedeni.
Wokunsena obeyedeni. Wokunsena obeyedeni.
You guys have it?
Is that making sense?
I got the second one. It's the first one that's throwing me just a little bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wokuntatia bapo.
So
don't get caught in separating.
All right,
abo,
so don't look at the words for now, please, because they would definitely trip you up. So as you hear, if you look at the spelling of it, I'm telling you, it will trip you up all the time. Half of the time, I don't even like looking at the tree words, because when I do, it's like, what?
That's why we leave that
space
there.
And then when I hear them actually say it, it's like, oh no, that doesn't sound right. But it's I would say you can use these words for like later, you know, to learn the language, like Ako said, but just write it down phonetically, like how you hear it. Because if not, then you'll be lost with it. I'm telling you, I've been there before.
Oh, don't worry, Akuya. We know no one is learning. We don't expect you to learn the songs today. There's no test at the end of the workshop. Yeah,
Wokun and Tatia Bapo.
Yes, that was nice.
That.
So that's what we always leave the space on the side for you to write it down how you hear it, because even when the three of us are working the song together, we hear things differently. And we break up the songs, we break up the word phrases differently. So that's why that space is always there for you.
No, me Paucho. I put it in the chat. Is that it? I
that looked good. Yes.
I thought it was phonetically.
If that's
Yeah.
the way you hear it, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be your transcriber. I'll be your Twinglish transcriber then.
Thanks, Auntie.
It's Tringlish.
Uh-huh.
Back from tree to Tringlish. Very good. So we're gonna try the first line again. Daddy's songs always trip everybody up. It's so funny because his songs are so short, and like I said, it's short and sweet and powerful, and then he's out. He's going to the next thing. He don't have time to be sitting around.
Yeah, but then on the AC songs it's wordy, and it's like, wait a minute, you got all these.
Yes, and on the AC's like, I want you to take your time. I want you to get this message. I want you to relax into it. I want you to breathe into it. I want you to, swallow it and swish it around.
Take this magazine of my song. It'll be one song.
Okay, Daddy Drew. Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun tatia bapo. We're just doing the first sentence again. Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun tatia bapo. Next sentence. Wokun sina obeyedeni.
Wokun sina
obeyedeni.
Again, if you have to write knee, put knee. Knee, because that's what we're familiar with.
And there's not so much emphasis on the yeah. Don't let that catch you. Obeyedeni. Yes, that works too. That works too, Auntie. Yes. Wokun sina bapo. I'm sorry. Wokun sina obeyedeni. Wokun sina obeyedeni.
If you think about Cinemax, no, seriously,
yes.
Wokun and then Cinemax, like Cinemax.
Wokun sina obeyedeni. Wokun sina obeyedeni. Wokun sina obeyedeni. Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun sina obeyedeni. Don't put too much emphasis on the yeah. I think that will catch you up. Okay.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun sina obeyedeni.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun sina obeyedeni.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun sina obeyedeni.
Put emphasis on the yeah.
That's because I know it's there. So
yes.
Like whatever.
You can't ignore the yeah.
You can simplify it, or you can.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun sina obeyedeni.
Wokun tatia bapo. I can't look at this.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun sina obeyedeni.
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 Okay, so we're going to do the proper leading chorus because the lead by itself is Wokun tatia bapo, and then the indentation part is what the chorus is. Wokun sina obeyedeni. Okay, we're going to try that slow so we can try to catch it. Yeah. Okay.
You're doing so wonderful, but it's that first line that's throwing me completely off.
What happened, Mama?
I said y'all are doing so wonderful, and I think it's my ears, that first one. I can hear it when y'all are saying it, and then when I try to repeat it, it goes right out of the window. So y'all are doing wonderful.
It's okay.
So with that, the Wokuntia, just one more time.
Yeah, you have it. Wokun tatia.
Wokuntia. The other part,
Abapo.
Ababo.
Abapo.
Abapo.
Yeah.
Abapo. Thank you.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun sina obeyedeni. So we're gonna do the lead and chorus in the way it's supposed to be.
You know what I realized too when saying, okay, so when saying this song too, you can emphasize on the end, but sometimes when you're singing it, you don't emphasize on the end. So it sounds like Wokun Tatia. Wokun Tatia.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So pa
Treat,
pa
treat,
pa
treat.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun na obedeni. Wokun tatia bapo.
Wokun Sena Obeyedeni.
Wokun tatia bapo.
Wokun Sena Obeyedeni.
Wokun tatia bapo. Wokun na obedeni. Wokun tatia bapo.
Wokun Sena Obeyedeni.
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 So it's right in it. There's no pausing. It's just like a dada. He's in and out.
Okay, so Wokun and Tatia Bapo, that will be the lead. So I'll write LD next to that. And then Wokun Sena Obeyedeni, you can put CH for chorus. So it's like a call and response.
And then again, the vocabulary on the side. Sena is actually like a shortened version of the word osuno, which is elephant. Right? So that's where we get Sena from. And Tatia is the ant. And the ku is to kill. So we have in here woku, it's saying you kill.
You kill.
Right?
But
So
even if
say
that,
again,
if you
please.
see it on the paper, you see it grouped up.
Woku.
Yeah.
That's the way you write it in tree.
Yeah.
The pronoun, the noun, the pronoun goes with the
Yeah,
verb. Yeah. So in tree, you conjugate the pronouns, but the verb actually stays the same. And in English, you conjugate the verb. We don't do that. You don't do that in tree when you're learning the grammar of tree. Yes, you don't conjugate the verb. You conjugate the pronoun.
But in learning the songs, you can group up anything that you want. So therefore, that you can remember what the melody of the song is.
You write it however you hear.
Yeah, pretty much.
However your ear works, this is the way you put it on the paper. Please, I beg you.
Yeah, please. But again, like I said, these songs, it's not just songs, it's the energy of it, the energy that you are creating. It's the vibrations that you are creating, especially in understanding what the song means. That's most important than really understanding the tree language. We can sing it for as long as we know the rhythm, and we can, make up our tree English and put it together, and then you will sing it right. Because it's in when you break it down in your own mind of what the song sounds like, and then once you have the meaning to it, good.
And this particular one is, like Nyamekye said earlier, this is a character song.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's a reminder of maintaining your humility. So if you even think about Adade, how he is, right? Like I said, he's in and out, he moves. He has things to do. He doesn't have time to sit around and joke. He doesn't really like talking to people anyway because people are wishy-washy. They don't know what they want, right? So he comes in with this message. Listen, you are making this big thing for something small. If I give you something big, what are you going to do with that? And he's out. So now that's a really, really descriptive analogy. But if you think about it, we tend to brag on such small things. Oh, I got this new thing, or I got this new bag, or I got this new jewelry that we'll be talking about. One of the things we talked about yesterday, and emphasis on the material things. But how is that so much more important than the bigger picture, right? What's really more important? These small things that we hold to be so true and so dear. But the big thing is, how do you love? How do you move through the world? What kind of energy do you bring to people? How do people see you? When people see you coming, are they like, eh? Or are they like, yes, that's the person that you want to be around? That's the bigger picture. So what you have on a nice shirt, that's a small thing, right? But when somebody sees you, are they coming to embrace you? Or are they coming to run away? Are they wanting to run away? That's the bigger thing. So you don't want to pay so much attention on small things. And that's the real message. So if you understand that and you take that idea with you in everything that you do, and the energy of a diet is, I'm in, I'm out. I got things to do. I got to keep it moving. I got to keep it moving. So a lot of times those small, those quick messages are the most powerful. They impact your life so much more. And they can be used on all areas of your life, right? So we can be material things. We can be talking about the energy you give to somebody. We can talk about how you deal with relationships. We can talk about how you deal in business. If you achieve something small in business, you have one small thing. What are you going to do when you get that big promotion you were talking about? You got a new desk. So what? What about the big thing that you really, really want, you know?
I think in addition to what Coach was saying, is that pretty much in everything that you do and all of your
Your audio is
celebrated
fading.
moments, you know, have humility.
Mi Pacho, your audio is coming in and out. It's not straight.
You want to go in the office? Yeah. Okay, close this one. I'm going to try something else.
Should I bring this?
Nana no me Paucho, while sisters are trying to figure out the audio, I just want to remark how beautiful our culture and tradition is. And the wisdom that are in the songs that we sing, and how important it is to begin to have a deeper understanding of the songs so that we can bring that energy to complete the prayer, complete the energy that we are giving out into AKOM, into our prayers, into our clients, into our community, into our children. It's amazing every time we learn these songs, the ancient wisdom and the answers that are at our fingertips, if we only take time to understand. So this is beautiful. Thank you.
Is that video better? That the audio is better?
Sound better?
Okay.
Yes.
I remember
Yes,
what I was
that's
saying.
better.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, here's the paper. So do you want to try to go over the song again? You have any questions? You want to go back to the beginning and try all of them? What do you want to do? How do you want to go?
Real quick before you guys do that, I would like for you to speak or just to elaborate a little bit more in terms of that vibrational energy that that Sister Nyamekye is talking about, in terms of with the songs and everything, and the healing power that comes from it. So as you are studying, you're a practitioner and learning about these AKOM songs, and then as you're studying them, and then once you learn the tree that's associated with it, how has that, because it's tonal and some words can't be translated into English, how has that affected you? And I just want you to speak a little bit about that as you're studying, as you've been studying.
Okay, so when it comes to learning the songs or even the language itself, excuse me. Yeah. Anything that you are doing in life itself, any movement that you're doing, it has a vibration to it. Think of kinetics. Excuse me, which is the art of moving, right? And when you're dealing with, oh, thank you. Sometimes singing, I sing so much, it's like my voice sometimes. I sing in the morning, noon, night. Excuse me. So when you're dealing with vibrational energy and the songs or anything, you have to tie it to what you're trying to create. If you are going through hard times, even if you're not, whatever energies that you want to feel at that present moment, excuse me, you use.
What's going on with you?
It feels raspy a little bit.
You want plain water?
No.
Okay.
It's just I'm talking a lot. So sorry. So when dealing with songs, when dealing with life itself, when dealing with your own personal emotions, all of them are vibrations. You have to make it up in your own mind, and whatever it is that you're doing, how you want to feel. We are creators of our own vibration. We might be triggered, by someone else or something else, but at the end of the day, how do you want to feel? If we want to feel good, and whatever situation it is in life, we might be going through something, loss of someone, job, or, your kids might have pissed you off, or a certain situation, you use, I use songs, I use vibration to make me feel better. Because at the end of the day, how do I want to feel? And I always say this to my own spirit. I want to feel good. I want to be happy. How am I going to create this happiness? So I might bust out one of the, I like AKOM songs. So I might bust out one of these AKOM songs to create that vibration to match whatever it is that I want to feel at that particular moment. So it's commanding energy from my own being that Odumakuma has given me to make sure that I manifest the best me. You see what I'm saying?
Can I give an example?
Yeah, sure.
So if you think of it this way, when someone has broken your heart and you're feeling sad, what do? You listen to all these sad songs that just play into how you're feeling at the moment. And what I believe is being said here is, when you do feel like that, you should sing songs that will lift you up so that you don't feel that way.
No, me Paucho. I have an example as well. I don't know if people know this, but I've been widowed twice. And when Baba, my third husband, actually joined the ancestors, I remember leaving the hospital and the thought came to me, why me? And immediately I replaced that thought with gratitude, because I grew up with a lot of great men and I've been married to great men. So I thought about my grandfather and my father and my uncles and the men that I've been with. And I was grateful for the fact that I had the time that I had. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't grieve, but rather than going into a victim mode and a woe is me mode, I was grateful for the time that I spent with them. And I learned from all of them. And I've been blessed. So I focused on the blessings and the gratitude as opposed to going into a funk. Because I could have easily gone into a funk and stayed there. Mm-hmm. So immediately I brought myself out of that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what you're saying. We have to learn how to use the glory and the beauty of what we've been blessed with, as opposed to, all of us are going to have troubles. We're going to have loss. We're going to have challenges. But in every challenge and every lesson is a blessing. So we can bring ourselves out of it if we have the right mindset.
Yes.
I was telling Nyamekye this morning that that I talk to clergy in my shrines the same way I talk to people, right? And so there was something that I wanted, and I said, okay, listen, this is what I want, right? And this is how we're going to do it. And this is going to be for you, and this is going to be for me. And it didn't come as soon as I thought it was going to come. So I'm like, hey, what happened? I thought you said we were going to get this. I said, okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I'm checking up on it, and I got it this morning. So the first thing I said when I got my notification, I said, hey, Okuno, you are all right, man. You are okay. And then I'm singing the Henny Whiny Wine. That's the first thing that comes to my head. Oh, Henny Whiny Wine. Hey, this man, he's too much. He's the greatest. And even you, it's not just in sad things. It's in everything. We celebrate everything. And the first thing is always saying, oh, Medasi, thank you. And I know this happened because of you, because you said it was going to happen, and because you understand I'm coming from a good and pure place. And so, yes, thank you.
But it's also too, if you notice, that what you did, you made sure that you brought those vibrations to him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore you can manifest the things that you want. And that's what we do when we're dealing with these shrines. When I say being tapped in, turned on to, is plugging your own spirit into a surgery or a dade or nana AC. So therefore we can have the greatest outcome in our lives. That's the vibrational energy that you want to create when dealing with spirit, any spirit.
So one of the things, and thank you for that answer. One of the things, because you guys are such great songsters and you guys are really, really into songs, into the tree and everything, the songs as we have them now talks about the past and the great things that these shrines have done, and they are a very great learning experience for us and allow us to tap into that ancientness of our traditions. But we also, and this is what I'm asking you guys to do, because y'all know these songs, y'all know the songs, the dance styles, everything, is telling those stories of those shrines here in America. So when we go to Ghana, we're singing about what they did here. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna know those songs. Like, hey, what happened? What's that? I never heard that.
They are all relevant. They're relevant here and in Ghana.
Exactly.
They're absolutely relevant, sure.
But I was talking, I mean, I said it the other day too. We can make up our own songs because the life in Ghana is not the same as the life in here.
Exactly.
The ecosystem is not the same. Neither are the mosquitoes.
Waiting for a moment.
We don't know anything about elephants and ants, but we do know dogs.
Right.
We know mosquitoes.
I was waiting for a moment to interject because I didn't want everybody to also think that when our first language is the language that we are going to deeply express our feeling, and we are going to deeply express how we feel about things. And that because Tree, even if we learn how to speak Tree, it's not our first language, and that we can begin to create songs too that deal with our environment here that we can also sing. And it's not to get rid of one thing. The ancient piece is so important, as you ladies showed, you Okomfo showed today, but we can create new songs that deal with our situation here. So I
Yeah, and also too, that would be an amazing thing to do, and to translate it in Tree. So therefore, when we do, get a chance to go to Ghana, we can show them, okay, this is what y'all have, this spirit there, but we have the spirit here, and this is what this particular spirit is vibrating with us with. So here, this song, y'all giving us songs, all these plethora of songs on character and things like that, and we could go to them and be like, hey, in their own language, this is what this shrine has done here. Why not? We can do it.
We can talk about
Sewell has given me songs already.
Time for us.
Yeah. Yeah. We could talk about, going to work and somebody cut you off and a dade, told you, calm down. We could talk about things like that because that's what we relate to.
And praise songs for them as well too in English.
Yes.
Sewell has given me songs already, so I know he wants it. We just have to make it happen.
Matthias, you have something? Go ahead, Mama. Can you unmute Matthias?
I love it, y'all. I look forward to hearing the new songs. I love it. We're gonna be rocking it. Y'all make sure y'all share whatever y'all come up with.
Yeah, right.
You gotta do some too. You have your experience too. You can do some too.
That's real. That's real. That's real.
Yes. We can do it.
No, Mipaucho. We need to recognize as well that we created a whole genre of music during the period of time when we were enslaved in this country. That's one of the things that helped us to get through that. We weren't singing because we were celebrating and we were happy, but that music that was sung out in those fields from sun up to sundown, when we were working so hard, the muscles were separating from our bones. Those songs helped us to survive. We are the children, we are the descendants of those who refused to die. We are a powerful people, and we have to always remember that and celebrate that. And these sounds and these vibrations are what helped us to still be here. And that's why these racists are doing what they do. They can't understand how we got our foot on your neck and you still thriving. They don't understand. But we have to recognize our power and our, we have to recognize all of these things and be grateful.
That's why I love that. Sanatie, Auntie. That's why I said that when you are singing these songs, it's the vibrations that you want to manifest. We are the creators of our own vibrations. How are we going to create? What are we creating? you know, to be our best self. And being my best self causes, you know, my sister to be my sisters to be, and my aunties, and, you know, everybody else to be their best selves, you know. And this is what we need here. You know, we're all matching the vibrational energy, even right now, and learning.
And opening yourself to learn, opening yourself to hear something different, opening yourself to understand. That in and of itself is powerful. Because a lot of people are closed. They don't want to know. So just the act of humbling yourself and opening yourself to say, oh, I can learn something new. Oh, I didn't even know that even existed. Wow. And how does that make you feel? How does that build up your own spirit? How does that elevate you? And how does that then open you up to know something new, something else that could be coming around the corner? Because you said yes to this, how much more yes you're going to get tomorrow?
To be unlimited.
Yes.
And spirit, you know, as we know, spirit is unlimited. You know?
So the songs, we sing the songs, we want them to sound sweet, we want them to be as correct as we can make them correct, but it's also so much more behind it, right? And like we said, learning the meanings and learning the energy and understanding the power that we put into a song. And so if you're at AKOM and the songs are tired, or the bosom say, oh, you don't sound sweet, you want me to go, it's a call to action, to uplift yourself. You could be feeling down, and it's been said a couple of times already, you've been feeling down and you sing a song, you're singing, if you're singing down, it's not going to sound sweet. You have to bring it up to where you want to be, right? And that will transfer into other things, everything else that you do for that day. All those things are transferred. It's real stuff. It's real.
So
It's
we
a
have
lot of
another like 30 minutes for this session, I guess. So do you want to go over songs? Do you want to take questions from the audience? If anybody has any questions they specifically want to ask, could you please put it into the chat, and I will, or raise your hand so I can unmute you so that you can ask the question.
Or we can sing the songs again one more time, if that's okay, whatever you want to do. Can we over the non-AC song? Okay.
I still want to say and go over the first Suo song.
Oh, surgery song.
All right, so what I'll do is I'm gonna go over all three, so therefore you can get the sounding right. You have the words, you have the meaning. So now it's just the sound of when singing, the rhythm. So again, with surgery songs, we start off with I want you, I want you, I want you. Or henny wani wine, or henny wani wine, or henny kese ine kwejabyo.
Yo, henny wani
or henny kese ine kwejabyo yo.
Yo, henny wani
or henny kese ine kwejabyo.
henny wani
or henny kese ine kwejabyo yo.
Yo, henny wani
or henny kese ine kwejabyo.
Yo, henny wani
or henny kese ine kwejabyo yo.
henny
or
wani
henny kese ine kwejabyo.
Yo, henny wani
or henny kese ine kwejabyo.
Yo, henny wani
henny kese ine kwejabyo.
Yo, henny wani
or henny kese ine kwejabyo yo.
henny wani
henny kese ine kwejabyo.
Yo, henny wani
henny kese ine kwejabyo yo.
henny wani
henny kese ine kwejabyo.
Yo, henny wani
So someone said they wanted to hear all the songs, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one more familiar song. Oh, what's familiar song, Auntie Amoa?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just looking at the description that was online, and I these songs are all new to me. And I thought we were going to talk about songs that we so-called know was written in quotes. You know, more familiar songs to discuss, you know, what they mean. Like I was always curious about Anansi and his connection to a Suo, and why we sing an Anansi song for a Suo. I don't know if you have any information on anything like that.
Okay, so I know that actually Anansi is,
everybody has Anansi songs.
There's a Tigare song that deals with Anansi. There's a Dade song that I just gave, of course, and
we have an AC song
Okomfo Nyamekye
too.
You know, that deals with Anansi, and you know, like of course said, there's not an AC song that deals with Anansi.
Anansi, the theme of the song with Anansi is always wisdom and understanding what I'm trying. Wisdom and knowing that you don't know everything, because Anansi was a trickster, and so all the deities have songs with Anansi dealing with that, and understanding that you don't know everything, and that you have to be careful of how to say
How you use your wits.
that too. Yes, absolutely. You know, being mindful, and sometimes it's you need to focus on the small things and not just the big things. So you're looking for a big drama, and the drama is small, and it's right in front of your face, right? So those are some of the themes that are with the Anansi songs. But the general theme with Anansi is usually wisdom, and all of the deities have that. So if you hear Anansi in this song, you already know they're talking about, okay, what's going on,
And to have common sense.
Yes.
You know,
Very
be
much.
aware of what it is that you're doing, or you can be tricked, you know, or deceived by something.
Yeah.
So in the chat, Afiba is saying the Nazi is depicted as the god of slaves in America.
That's for a TV show on
That
American
was a show on
Gods.
TV,
Oh,
Yeah, that's on a TV show. He was really good.
Yeah, they fired him because he was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, but how they fired him, and they were the ones that written the script, duh. It's like,
it was the energy he created in the African American.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
That energy.
That energy was like, oh, what did we do? We realized when we had got, you know.
They gave it to the actor that owned it, that called on that energy.
When
he
went on those rants, I had goosebumps. I was like, oh, what is he about to do?
What is this?
It was really good.
It's a song. There's a show called American.
You know the boy was going to zest.
There's a TV. Totally, yes. There's a TV show called American Gods.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a whole lot of different characters, a lot of different but they
it's on YouTube. If y'all haven't seen it, Google Anansi on search Anansi on YouTube.
Nana no Mapaucho. One of the reason why I put that in the post as well, in the chat as well, is because I love to study Akan tradition across the diaspora, and when you look at a lot of the Caribbean areas that practice Akan traditions. And even in Ghana, Anansi Sim is a big tool used for the children.
Anansi stories, yes.
And it's across the diaspora. You can go so many places and hear Anansi. So when they use that as the American God, I thought that was so powerful, because across the diaspora, that is definitely something that how we maintained our proverbs, how we've maintained our stories with Anansi Sim.
Yes, everybody knows. They may not know the languages, but almost every island knows who Anansi is in one form or another. And the Anansi stories, like you said, those are our exactly everything. Yep, absolutely. Wasn't that clip posted on the AKOM KESE Facebook group? I think it. Yes.
And Anansi became Brer Rabbit, and Brer Rabbit became Bugs Bunny.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
So true. Auntie, thank you.
Can we sing the other two songs again, please?
Sure.
Yes. So that one was Ohene Wani Wine. The next one is not an AC song, talking about that the Nsamafos don't have mouth to speak, so she is the Ochimi for the ancestors to us and vice versa, and from us to the ancestors. So now the AC song starts off with I say, I say, oh, I say, oh, I say. Yeah, Korabie, you, I say. Samenyano, aye. Samenyano, aye. Semawaso, menyano. Samenyano, nawakaso. Semawaso, menyano. Samenyano, nawakaso. Samenyano, aye. Samenyano, aye. Semawaso, enyano.
Samenyano na wakaso. Semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso.
Samenyano ae, samenyano ae, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso.
Samenyano ae, samenyano ae, semoaso menyano. Samenyano no wakaso, semoaso menyano, samenyano no wakaso.
Samenyano ae, samenyano ae, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso.
Samenyano ae, samenyano ae, semoaso menyano. Samenyano na wakaso, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso.
Samenyano ae, samenyano ae, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso.
Samenyano ae, samenyano ae, semoaso menyano. Samenyano na wakaso, semoaso menyano, samenyano na wakaso.
Okay, so the next song is going to be Adadi Kofi, Nana Adadi Kofi's drum.
Let me do it again. Let me try it.
Yeah.
Good.
Pa, shri, pa, shri, pa, shri. Wuku intatia abapo.
Woku tana obedeni.
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 Wuku intatia abapo.
Woku tana obedeni. Yes? How we doing?
Could you briefly?
Can we brief what?
Could you briefly talk? I think you mentioned 7 dance styles real quick for those who probably missed it. Just the different dance styles. Just mention them real quickly.
Yes. So
Nyamekye.
hi.
That's so baby.
The song. Somebody's asking where the words of the song. The songs were the file was uploaded earlier, so I'll upload it again for those people who might not have it, so you can see it.
Hi, baby. Hi,
Back
baby.
to
Yeah.
mute. Back to mute. Sorry.
I know. Hi, baby. Yeah. My beautiful niece.
Okay, I'm Nyamekye. These are the songs that we posted that we were singing today, and so we will repost them here in the chat, and you'll have an opportunity to click on the link and download it and save it for your use. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Baby girl, want to sing too? Naya, remember when we used to do the songs and Monifa was the baby on all our tapes singing with us?
Absolutely.
Too many recordings, but yeah, Monifa in the background. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Song, dance styles.
Okay, so for the dance styles, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, about 14 dance styles that is used. There's more than that, but I'm gonna just give you the basic, what's that, 14? 14 dance styles. So the first dance style is Intrahum.
And
And
that's the spinning.
the spinning.
Let me do a quick one, visual.
If you want to spin in here,
I mean, I'm not spinning. I will go one time around.
You know, that's just the swirling. When they be like, yeah, you know, they spin.
That's this one. That's what you get. That's Trahu. Next one.
So the first one, the next one, the second one is Ayam Foba.
That's the one.
When they be like, Abene, no, Memoao, Yamao, Memoao, Yamao, Ayo, Memoao. And that's the greeting for everyone.
That's the 1, 2, 3 hop.
Yeah,
dance.
telling everybody come and gather. The AKOM has started. Say what hasn't.
He would do it.
Okay.
That's that one.
So that's Ayam Foba. So the next one is Entria.
Entria, which one?
Abene Woofer, that one. Abene Woofer, Abene, that's Entria. Abena Woofer, Abena Woofer. Then in that same song, the next one will be Afem. And you see
that with everybody.
Yeah. So Afem is Surgery, you'll see doing that, but most you'll see Nana AC doing that. A lot of her songs are Afem, it's the Afem dance style. So that's Afem. Yeah, they can't see the feet.
Okay.
So then the next one would be Atrane. And everybody knows Aeriamo, Aeriamo, Remunyo, Aeriamo, Aeriamo, Remunyo, Aeriamo, Kwesi, Aeriamo, that's Atrane. Now Asapa.
This one.
The next one would be Asapa, and that is and that is a list. That's several dance steps into one. The Asapa. Prim Prim Risa is the next dance style.
That's at the end. Asapa. That's this one.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think in Asapa, I think there's like three dance styles in that one. So they have Prim Prim Risa, and Hinya.
Prim Prim Risa is the fast one at the end with the
feet shuffles.
Like that. Well, you can't really see, but when you go like that and you dance on your heels like this.
What's that Hinya?
I don't know.
They also have in Shia they have.
I don't know what that
is. Is it that and then they go dun, 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 and then that's in Shia.
All that's Asapa. I don't know what's breakdown.
But I think what happens that because the dance Asapa is all of those into one.
In one, okay. So I don't know the breakdown of each individual one except the Prim Prim Shia. Risa.
They also have Aten.
I don't know the most side.
Aten is the one.
Aten
and Akata Pre and Aten.
Fatigare and Mosi when they clap the heels.
Yeah, Akata Pre. Both of them is the same thing, but I think it's depending on the rhythm of the drum.
But that's the dance when they're clapping their heels.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see. Can't do that one. What's the song that goes with that?
Nayo, can you help us with that, please? With that thing, because I know Akata Pre would be like, Prim
Prim Risa is like when we sing for Yao Sichi.
Prim Prim Risa, that's not this?
No, I'm sorry, not Prim Prim Risa, Aten. Aten is
okay, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. Aten is when we sing for Yao Sichi, and
the rhythm would it be like bam, 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 bam.
Yes.
I'm
trying to think of the song. But it's not kind of YIA. That's later.
Okay.
I went through this already before.
We just went through this on Monday. And
I know. We need to do it more often, and then that's where it'll stick.
We need to have a comb. That's what happens.
Okay.
So, yeah, you said
There's a lot of them.
Bofo, right? Did you mention those? I don't know if I heard.
We
No,
didn't get to Bofo yet.
So yeah, we didn't even that's almost next. So Otutu, Otutu would be Adadi Kofi's dance style. That's Otutu. Then from Otutu is Bofo. And Bofo.
Like this one?
No.
No.
Oh, this one.
No, that's on Pampa.
C'est Kwame, man.
That's on Pampa.
Bofo is
Bofo.
Sansanso Mamanjo.
Abidia namo. Yeah. Asasa so nmawajo. Yeah. Bofo gadi. Abidia namo. Yeah. Asasa so nmawajo. That's Bofo.
That's a hop on one foot.
Yeah. Or to go on side to side.
Mm-hmm.
King. After Bofo is OCIA. Continue OCIA. Aje Garibra Contibra OCIA. Continue OCIA. Aje continue OCIA. That's OCIA. And Pampa, that would be Pamye Maya Mobo. Pamye Maya Mobo.
What do you call it?
Pampa.
Pampa.
Pop P-A-P-A?
Actually it's M-P-O-M-P-A.
Pampa.
Pampa, right, okay, I got you.
Pampa.
Or like when they say it, it's like Pampa, you cut it short. And then they have Akata Pre. Akata Pre that's the one with Kanoayae, Kanoa we kum pem be kumba santioma Kanoa. Omo gadi we kum pem be kumba santioma Kanoa. Ejame Kanoa. Kanoa ya Bofogadi. So that's Akata Pre. So at 10,
I don't know the breakdown for
okay, Nayo. This is strike 2. I remember it from the Mindful Mondays, which is amazing. Everybody, it's amazing. Yes, that song is so dope. Amoa Nyamekye. And that song is sung for praise, but it's also sung at funerals as well too.
Which one?
Kanoa.
Yeah, and when I was in Ghana last year at Tumfo's Palace, when he came out, when the Ashanti King came out, that is the song that they sung.
Hey.
It was so powerful. So powerful.
What was the song again?
Kanoa.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the song they sung. It's like the you know how like we have like a Pledge of Allegiance type song? It is the vim behind the Ashanti people saying that if you kill one of us, 1,000 more will come. Our life will be everlasting. You can come and you can strike me down, but there will be another behind me.
And that's the porcupine. That's why the porcupine is the symbol, because of all those needles. You kill one, 1,000 more will come.
Yes. And they're saying the tradition is that strong that it cannot be destroyed. So they sing that song whenever they're trying to remind people of who they are. Mm-hmm. And when the king came out and they sung that song, when I tell you, the whole place was on fire. It was crazy.
Nice.
I know it was dope.
All right, well, this brings us to a conclusion of our session. We had 12:56. There any last minute questions?
Oh man. So there have been a couple of questions about the song classes that Nayo so kindly volunteered Nyamekye to be doing on a regular basis.
And that's not true. It's going to be all 3 of us, right?
But Nyamekye leading it.
No, No, we take turns. It'll be
Yes.
both of us,
Okay.
and we're gonna post it in AKOM KESE. We're gonna post it in Mindful Mondays. We're going to have a beginning and intermediate class, and then I also have another AMA. It's all about AMAs. I don't know, your AMAs are great. That I have my sister Ama V from Kumasi, Ghana, who's going to do an advanced class. And for those who already have a handle on the songs that we have here, who want to take it up another notch, learn some new songs, learn some new appellations, she's going to make herself available. So we will post some dates and times of availability, and we're going to move forward.
So everybody who's in the chat, who's on the class, who's not in the AKOM KESE group and or the Mindful Mondays group, definitely look out for us. I did change the lettering in AKOM KESE, so that was the reason why we couldn't find it before. I had the E instead of an actual E. So
we're in America, that's why.
Exactly. So the AKOM KESE group.
Yes.
There's on Facebook, groups AKOM KESE, AKOM KESE, and the Mindful Mondays group is just that Mindful Monday. The Mindful Mondays classes are on Mondays at 7 p.m. in the group.
And they are amazing.
It's a lot of different topics, and it's always at 7 o'clock. The AKOM Songs classes that we do is usually every other Sunday, as long as our schedules permit, and we try not to do it on the Kwesi diet, but you know, it happens sometimes. But we will also be posting those when we are able to connect with our schedules in the AKOM KESE group and the Mindful Mondays group. So we'll be a lot more diligent in giving time to do that. And we usually do the Sunday classes about 1 or 2 o'clock because we know other people have other meetings in the morning. So usually about 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, we'll do it, the song class. But we'll keep everybody. Yes, Mama.
Is the Mindful Monday, is that recorded? Because sometimes I miss it.
I know some of them were recorded. I don't think they're going to be recorded anymore.
No,
they will no longer be recorded.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
But if they, I mean, Auntie Sewa, if you can, like,
they're definitely worth it.
They're so informative. They're very, very much so worth it. You know, as far as, you know, Okomfo Nayo, you know, and the amazing people, you know, that she brings on there, you know, they share their experience. They, you know, we just learned something with the Kwesi Ada, you know, and the 4 sacred days and the AKOM calendar. I mean, it's amazing. The information on there is amazing.
And how the names are actually put together was interesting.
Yeah,
very, very interesting.
The male and female days and how they, you know, when they grouped up together, male and female, masculine and feminine energy, when it's grouped up together, that's when they become the sacred days, you know. So all of that in itself, it ties into the song, it ties into everything, the whole culture, and it is amazing to know that.
Okay, Madasio, it would be nice if, since you're not recording, but I know it's an undertaking, it would be nice if someone did a summary, like type it in the Mindful Monday, some of the things that you're saying now would be very, very nice to know.
So that class is actually posted because it was done Facebook Live. So if you go onto Mindful Mondays, you can actually view the whole entire class.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
That one is also in the AKOM KESE group as well.
Yeah, I shared it with AKOM KESE, so it's there. But there are other classes that will not be. I'm gonna have guest teachers. They do it for Mindful Mondays for free, but many of these teachers charge for their classes. So it will not be recorded. It's available for free on Mondays for Mindful Mondays. And then if you miss it and you want to go, you can always contact the teacher, and you know, when they offer, you can pay for the class.
Okay, Madasio.
Yes, you do.
Right, so thank you again. This is a very, very good session. That's always a powerful session. I'm sure everybody is motivated to continue to learn. I mean, the songs are, you know, very powerful, the healing that comes with it. So this is just a great form, and I'm glad we're able to come together and learn some more of these things. So we have another session that's going to start at 2 o'clock with Afua Sloan, who's doing something on global health in the AKOM community. This will be the first time that we're presenting it. So we ask that you guys please come back and tune in. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to end the sessions. For those people who just want to hang around, you can hang around and be a part of the session if you want to chat back and forth. So you might have someone, you might want to interact with. But again, thank you. We appreciate your support and continuing to help us as we're going forth with this. So enjoy.
Good class, good class.
Take
Also
off.
too, I just want to add in, please, when dealing with the songs, don't just take them, lightly. Again, apply them into your daily life and you'll see a big difference, in your mood and how